Are you using the correct contact points for your dog? Let's find out. Hey folks, it's Adam with Outdoor Pet Solutions, and in this video we're talking about contact probes or contact points. Whatever you want to call them, they're the points that are extending off your dog fence collar. These contact points are what deliver the correction throughout the training process when you're teaching them their new boundaries. Getting the correct type and size probe that is best for your dog is important. Just as important as a collar that's not fitting correctly, the correct contact points are equally as important. A lot of the contact points that you come across online are brand specific. So you want to make sure when you're shopping around that you're getting the correct contact point that's going to fit on your collar. There are a couple of things you need to consider when choosing the correct contact point for your dog, such as how thick their coat is. The fur, the hair on your dog around their neck will vary depending on what breed you have. There are dogs that have no hair at all and all the way up to the biggest fur balls you can find. And so getting the correct length of probe to get through that dense coat is essential for effective training using an electronic dog fence. You may have noticed in the thumbnail some of the varying tips that are available. I'm going to review the ones that are offered with the OPS 1000 dog fencing system. If you're doing your research about electronic dog fencing and you want to learn more about the fencing system that I use, be sure to click the link down in the description. It'll take you to my website and you can read about all the neat features that system has to offer. So we're going to start with the probes that come pre-installed on the OPS 1000 dog fence collar. These probes are 5/8 inch long, so they're on the shorter side. They're designed for the average coat length on most dogs. I could say, hey, this will work good on a lab, but some labs' coats are thicker and denser than others. So you'll have to go through the steps that I have shown in another video on how to properly fit your dog for the receiver collar and make sure that the contact points are making consistent contact. I walk you through step by step how to properly fit your dog in that video, showing you the proper placement as well as how snug it needs to be without being too snug. In the OPS 1000 dog fence kit, it also comes with a second set of probes that are a tad longer than these 5/8. These are our 3/4 inch, and I'll show you the difference in that length. So you can see it gives a little bit longer reach through the dog's fur. So if you're trying to fit your dog with the standard probes and you're having to really cinch down on that collar, you're gonna wanna move up to the longer probe that comes in your kit. Now, what if you had already put the longer probes on and you're still struggling to get through that thick, dense fur? Some of the dog coats out there are very thick. Great Pyrenees is a good example. And the two standard sets that come in your kit, the 5/8 and the 3/4, are not going to be quite long enough to get through those dense coats such as a Great Pyrenees. So to show you the difference in length, we're going to unthread the 5/8 and we're going to thread on the 1-inch option. Now this is about as long as it will get. But as you can see, going from 5/8 to 3/4 and now 1 inch, you've got a lot of reach there to get through that fur coat. And also you'll notice that this is an all steel probe. These tips here are all plastic except the very tips. So you get a little bit more surface contact with the steel probes. So utilizing the proper length of probe to get through the fur and then following the step-by-step instructions that I have in that other video on how to properly fit your dog, you're going to be in good shape. The whole idea is you want to make consistent contact with your dog's skin. If it's loose and just bouncing around and it's not making good contact, you're going to be dead in the water during the training process. And it's not just one tip needs to maintain contact. They both have to make contact in order to deliver the correction while they're learning their new boundaries. Now, another thing to consider with these probes, it is extremely rare, but every now and again, a dog will develop an allergy to the metal. So you're not going to know if your dog is allergic to certain types of metals. It's no different than jewelry. Some folks, when they wear different types of metal jewelry, they'll end up with a little bit of irritation or redness on the skin. If you fit your dog properly using the step-by-step instructions I provide you, and you're following the rules of not prolonged wear. What I mean by that is the veterinarian rule of thumb for your dog to be wearing a receiver collar is no longer than 12 hours of continuous wear. If you go beyond 12 hours and For example, you have a permanent outside dog and they're going to wear this collar every single day, all day long, they will develop redness and sores on the neck. So you really shouldn't allow your dog to wear this longer than 12 hours continuously. The ideal routine for electronic dog fence collars is for your dog to wear it daily. Basically, you're just going to have your dog wear it throughout the day. They come in and out, do their thing, and then in the evenings when they're in for the night or put up in their kennel or wherever that may be, the garage, whatever your routine is, remove the fence collar and allow their necks to rest overnight. Then you can reapply the collar and they can wear it all throughout the day again. That's the best routine to prevent any irritation or sores on your dog's skin. However, if you're following those rules, they're properly fit and you're abiding by the no longer than 12 hours of continuous wear, and they still develop some irritation, it's more than likely they have an allergy to the metal that's used in this contact probe. If you're using the standard probes and you notice that, you're going to want to jump on the website and order the titanium tips. This is the 1-inch titanium tip. It will eliminate the allergic reaction that your dog may be having to the metal. The titanium tips also come in the other standard sizes. We have the 5/8 and we also have the 3/4 as well. So that's a quick explanation of the different lengths of probes that you can purchase as well as the different types of metal. So again, if you're having trouble fitting your collar correctly on your dog because their fur is so dense and thick, make sure you jump on the website and order the 1-inch long titaniums. And of course, swap out the standard tip if you see any redness or irritation that may be a result of an allergic reaction to the metal. Jump on the website, order the titanium, and you'll be in good shape. I hope this video was helpful to you, and of course, as always, if you're in the market for an underground pet containment system that you're looking to install yourself, be sure to check out the OPS 1000. It comes complete with everything you need to install it, as well as my detailed step-by-step guide on how to install it like a professional and how to properly train your dog to their new boundaries. Click the link in the description to order yours today, and it'll come with free shipping. And as always, thanks for watching. Goodbye.